Alright, before we begin here, just let me go through a list of the things that I'm going to be using here, the things that I wish that I had. So, I think I said earlier in the videos I have, of course, my tabbing wire right here. I had to pick up some new solder. I did have solder, but it was too thick. It was more plumbing solder than this. So I actually got better rosin core solder, better suited for this project. Ran me about $7 at Radio Shack. They bailed me out again. And then of course we have this flux pen. It's not too bad, and this is where I goofed up. I should have got some real flux, because that probably would have helped a lot, especially with these panels in particular. I don't know if you've seen other videos with guys who are doing these videos, but this is not the easiest surface to solder to at all. There's some kind of layer of something on top of it before it actually gets conductive, and it has to, you know, it's just not the easiest thing to solder to, and some real flux probably would help out a little bit. But anyway, I got my first two done after I practiced on a couple other ones that I broke with the cutting tip. But these came out pretty good. So I'm basically going to go ahead and I'm going to make them in threes, just to make my life easier. So I'm going to attach this one to this one, then I'm going to set them in there, and then I'm going to start another row of three, then I'm going to set them in there, another row of three, I'm going to set them in there, and then when I have my first row of 10 done, I'm going to solder all those joints together, and then solder bus wire to either end, and then I'm going to start the same process on the second row, or at least that's the plan. We'll see how I may or may not change that process slightly, but let me go ahead and show you how to solder these guys together. I'm not specifically sure. I know this is 4-voltaic, but I do not know exactly what type these are, because these are not, that's not like copper or anything up there. It's not the easiest thing to solder to, but nevertheless, let's get started on this. So basically, you just got to take your bus wire, your tabbing wire, thinner of the two wires, and then cut a length that's approximately 2 times the length of one of the cells. Okay, and then you got to take your flux pen. This one in particular, there's like a little button so I can actually force some of it to drip out. I like using a lot of this stuff. Okay, and then you just paint across the cell. Do your best not to touch the cell itself. I've been touching these things a lot, and that's bad, but I have so many more left. It should be fine. So we go ahead and paint these guys with the flux pen. Now I'm going to take my section that I've already pre-cut. I'm going to lay it right down over top like this. Over top. Okay. I'm going to take my solder. Now the trick is not to have the soldering iron in contact with the cell as long as possible. That's especially true in my case. I don't know if you remember in the other video, this is the Weller 8200. This is a 140 watt soldering iron. This is like killing a fly with a sledgehammer. You don't need a 140 watt soldering iron to solder solar cells together. But this is what I have, this is what I'm used to. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. So I'm going to heat it up. This thing heats up in like less than 10 seconds, which is one of the cool things about it. For a $30 soldering iron, it heats up pretty quick. I don't know if you can see that steam, but this thing's ready to go immediately. Okay, so then I'm going to take my solder here. I'm going to form a bead on the tip of the iron. it wants to form on the tip. It's not forming on the tip. What's going on here? Making me look stupid. Technical difficulties.